On my kicker tonight, Friday, that is tomorrow, is Jamhuri Day, Independence Day. So, hearty congratulations and happy Jamhuri Day, fellow Kenyans. Friday marks 62 years since we gained our independence from Britain, a milestone recorded at midnight on the 12th of December 1963. We are officially 62 years old as an independent nation, 2 years older than Singapore, another former British colony that lately fires up our imaginations. Now, anniversaries are moments of reflections, and I guess a national reflection is appropriate as we celebrate 62 years of independence. First, we must celebrate all freedom fighters that made Jamhuri Day possible. Kudos to the founding fathers and mothers that put their foot down at the Lancaster House pre-independence talks. In an era where war and diplomacy meant the same thing, an incredible team of Kenyan leaders debated and bargained in London for the birth of a free Kenya. In total, there were 3 pre-independence conferences at the Lancaster House in London between 1960 and 1963. Other than fighting for independence at the negotiating table, Lancaster House showcased an array of Kenyan political talent of the kind our subsequent history has rarely recorded. Mzee Jomo Kenyatta was leader of the KANU delegation in the last 2 conferences of 1962 and 1963, and brought with him the authority and experience alongside the resilience born of years of detention in colonial cells. Then there was the young Tom Mboya, who was KANU's chief negotiator. He was sharp, articulate, and highly intelligent, later earning himself the nickname Sungura Mjanja, the cunning hare. Across the table sat Ronald Ngala, the leader of the KADU delegation. He was a champion of the minorities who argued fiercely, but with civility, for federalism, or as it was called at the time, Majimboism. He was flanked by able lieutenants in Justus Oletipis from Narok, Wafula Wabuge from Western, and Ngala Mwendwa from Ukambani. In the Lancaster talks, Priscilla Ingasiani Abwao from Kakamega stormed the male-dominated political environment, attending the talks as a women's representative, championing social inclusion and political representation of women. Lancaster House was serious business. The talks were tough. From political power to land rights, negotiations were grueling and draining. The KANU and KADU parties did not see eye to eye, especially on the issue of the structure of governance, as KANU wanted a strong central government in Nairobi, while KADU wanted autonomous regional governments, maybe a stronger version of the county governments we have today. KANU and KADU were bitter rivals, but they kept their collective sights on the bigger picture, the independence of the country, Kenya. They also understood and rose to the occasion when it became clear that independence was not just going to be fought for in the bush, but it was also going to be negotiated and argued for across the table. Tonight, I reflect on Lancaster House conferences because of the lessons they left, even if those lessons are rarely learnt. First, Lancaster House conferences demonstrated that leadership matters. There was something about the quality of each of those delegates, don't you think? Secondly, the independence talks showcased strength in diversity. And thirdly, Lancaster House teaches us that even freedom must be demanded and defended. And so, as we celebrate 62 years of independence tomorrow, let us be reminded that independence is not a one-off calendar event. It is a journey and a full-time responsibility passed from one generation to another. And by the way, how would we perform if the Lancaster House independence talks were held today? Inbox your comments and include your parties, coalitions, tribes, and list of delegates to London. Happy Jamhuri Day. That's my kicker.